So we were not shocked, but we were nevertheless disappointed and disheartened because it looks like about $4 million in additional cuts have hit us.
Tulsa mental health agencies facing massive state cuts again. More than $8 million pulled from Family and Children's Services and Grand Mental Health. 2 News Oklahoma's Emma Birch reports.
Tulsa Mayor Monroe Nichols announcing Wednesday that Family and Children's Services and Grand Mental Health are once again facing funding cuts from the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
And so what I've been told is it's over $8 million so far in cuts.
Family and Children's Services expect to lose $4.4 million with crisis care and COPES programs taking the biggest hit. CEO Adam Andreasen expressing his concerns of the cuts to me.
We're still looking at about $4 million in cuts, and that is very, very difficult to absorb, especially at a time when demand is rising.
The Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services says cuts to COPES, a counseling service that diverts 911 calls from police, came because a 988 hotline is more widely used. However, Andreasen disagrees.
The other reality is that 988 just hasn't had the uptake that it needs to be a viable alternative.
Data from Tulsa Police shows COPES has diverted nearly 3,300 calls from first responders in the last 8 months. Now, this isn't the first time I've spoken with Adam Andreasen. Back in March, the Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services notified the Family and Children's Services and Grand Mental Health that they were ending their contracts.
It's Groundhog Day over and over and over again.
Mayor Nichols says the department was supposed to work with legislation on funding, but decided to make cuts on their own.
Instead of reaching back out to the legislature, what I understand is the department decided they were going to make the cuts and not give our elected officials the opportunity to make the investments that were necessary.
The department says their goal is to, quote, maximize every budget dollar and reduce wasteful and redundant spending. For Andreasen, he says it's a long road ahead, but is grateful that he has the community support.
We're getting through this together because we are embedded in the community and because the community knows what we do is important and what we do matters.
Reporting in Tulsa, I'm Emma Birch, 2 News Oklahoma.